They even want to try to rig the election at the polling booths. And believe me, there's a lot going on. Do you ever hear these people? They say there's nothing going on. People that have died 10 years ago are still voting. Illegal immigrants are voting.
Good evening, I'm Kirk Montgomery. Sarah has the evening off. That was Donald Trump on Monday, claiming the presidential election is going to be rigged at the polls. He's been pushing it a lot quite lately and asking his supporters to go to polling precincts to make sure everything is on the up and up on Election Day. And while poll watching is legal, intimidating voters is not. News 10's or Fox 47's Christopher Lane tells us what's in place to keep it from happening.
Some people are worried about voter intimidation on Election Day.
People are confused on who they should pick and probably scared to say who they're gonna pick.
But voters like Jason Williams feel like it's wrong that it could be a problem.
Anybody who wants to vote should respectfully and willfully be able to vote for who they want to.
Ingham County Clerk Barb Byram tells me that voters shouldn't be concerned about intimidation at polling places, but if they are, they can call their clerk.
We'll call the cops and let law enforcement deal with it. I have zero tolerance for the possible intimidation of my voters, and I stand ready to make sure people are held accountable if they are infringing on an individual's right to vote.
Those who are at polling locations to campaign for their candidate without intimidating voters need to be a certain distance away.
But they are to remain 100 feet or more away from the entrance.
Both the Michigan Democratic and Republican parties are collaborating with clerks to make sure there won't be any voter intimidation.
On Election Day, that's really a sacred time for people, for citizens to actually start to have their say. And while we certainly hope that that doesn't happen, we will be prepared if any individual or any organized effort is there to try to make it harder for people to vote.
Parties are especially making sure their poll watchers won't interfere.
Our volunteers are instructed under no circumstances are they to engage with voters, to speak with voters, to offer advice to voters, even if they are asked.
With all these measures in place, voters should be able to cast their vote without any worries. In Lansing, Christopher Lane, Fox 47 News.
Each party's poll watchers will be at precincts to make sure there won't be any voter intimidation and to make sure only registered voters are casting their ballots.